Hey, what's up YouTube? It's abluegolfball today with another Pokemon TCG online video, and today I have for you guys a Medicham deck. Yeah, Medicham it is from Primal Clash. This deck idea was given to us by PlatinumPokeVids. He wanted to see my take on building a Medicham kind of deck with Barrage, the Omega trait here, being able to attack twice in a turn. Pretty cool. We do have Calm Mind here to heal 30 damage. Probably won't see that being used too much, knowing that, you know, we're only 90 HP, so most of the time our opponents will be hitting us for one-hit knockouts. But Yoga Kick here can be pretty good if we can power it up right, meaning if we get 2 strong energies and a muscle band, you're hitting 90 damage for 1 Yoga Kick. And then you can actually Yoga Kick again for another 90, knocking out most EXs. We'll see if we can pull that off. Having 2 strong energies on 1 Medicham can be pretty tough to do, especially when we have 4 Medichams, doing a 4-4 line of these. For our support line of Pokemon, we have Landorus here, not Landorus EX. Once again, I'm not going to be playing any EXs in here because what we want to do is slow our opponent down and force our opponent to take 6 prizes. Now, if we have EXs and stuff, right? Our opponent can Lysander him out and, you know, knock him out, take 2 prizes, and then kind of loses the integrity of trying to play a deck without EXs. So Shout Out Power here, pretty good for energy accelerating. Attaching a basic energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon works pretty well with Medicham being able to use Yoga Kick. We got Hawlucha here, Shining Spirit. We don't really care too much about that. You know, it's nice to not be affected by resistance, but it's a bummer that weakness comes into play, right? That doesn't affect that either. So, Flying Press, though, if your opponent's active Pokemon is an EX, right, we can hit for 60. And it's also got a retreat cost, no retreat cost, so it's pretty handy there as well. Finally, we got the Terrakion here, all the way from Noble Victories. It's got 4 retreat costs. It's huge, but think about it. This card has been around since 2011. 2011. Oh man, that's 4 years now, and it's still around. That shows how good the integrity of this card and how much value it is. So it's pretty cool. We'll play one of these Terrakions onto the items and whatnot. We got Battle Compressor just to get the energy in the discard pile, and that way we can just use Landorus and Shout Out Power the energy back into our Pokemon. Got Computer Search as the aspect of choice, very consistent searching card just to get the cards into our hands that we need. Got Escape Rope, one of these, because once again, our Pokemon with Landorus is kind of a big Pokemon. You never know when you have paralysis and things like that either. 1 Professor's Letter, 1 Start of the Megaphone, 1 Switch, 2 Ultra Balls. I'll tell you guys why we're only playing 2. We're only playing 2 because, well, we got VS Seeker that can get Karina. Alright, so we got Colress there, we got Karina here, right? We're going to be playing 3 of these. And, I kind of like Karina. It is the supporter for the turn, but it just gets our you know, fighting Pokemon out, and then you can also get an item card, and it also works really well for, like, if we're playing against a a Seismitoad deck that locks up our our Ultra Balls. We can use Karina and you know, search out a Pokemon that way. So got 2 Lysanders, 1 Lysander Strum card, 4 Ends, and 1 Professor Birch's Observation, 4 Junipers, and then Teammates. Once again, with Medicham being pretty weak in terms of HP, only 90 HP. Probably get knocked out most of the time, so Teammates can come pretty handy. Only one of those, though. We got 3 Fighting Stadiums, 3 Muscle Bands, once again, to power up the attacks, and of course, a Silver Bangle could come in handy. Got the 8 regular Fighting Energy, 4 Strong Energy, and that wraps up the deck. Let's go ahead and see this deck in action on Pokemon TCG Online. Alright, looks like we're playing against Westside, and he's got the World Championship sleeves there. My opponent will get to choose to go first, I believe. That's always most advantageous. We're going to start off with the Hawlucha. That's not too bad right there. We do have a pretty decent start. Oh boy, we're playing against a Donphan deck. That's going to be pretty brutal here. Our Hawlucha is not going to be too useful in this kind of matchup because, well, basically because Donphan decks usually don't play any EXs. So our Hawlucha is basically going to be here just to get the play for the free retreat, I guess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. We will discard the energy here. And I'm going to get a Landorus out here to energy accelerate a little bit. So we do get the free retreat. But you know what, might as well use the escape rope because we're going to Juniper it anyways. And we get to play our energy there first. That's pretty good. We even start off with a muscle band. Let's get another one of these out. And yeah, let's go for a Shout of Power, hitting for 60. Putting the energy onto here. We even get a Battle Compressor, which we can use to get more energy into the discard pile. So my opponent definitely can evolve here with a spinning turn. And sadly, we don't have... we use the escape rope, but we would have burned the escape rope anyways, needing to play the Juniper. So there we go. We see a Robo Substitute. There's the Donphan, can hit us for quite a bit of damage. Lucky for us, Landorus here won't be able to get knocked out just yet, and we should be able to have enough to energy accelerate a little bit more. So let's go with this right here. Let's see. Well, I mean, a couple things we can do here. My opponent is hitting for a lot of damage, right? Spinning turn, 40 plus Muscle Band plus Strong Energy. That's already 80 damage. So a little bit frightening, but what we're going to do here, let's just go for the Juniper. I actually don't want to put too much more energy into the discard pile. Kind of want to draw into them, but you know what, let's go ahead. We'll thin our deck a little bit, and let's go, and I don't see us needing Lysander's trump card anytime soon. We don't need to get any more fighting stadiums, so we can probably discard that, and we actually can discard the Silver Bangle. Don't need that anymore either. So Silver Bangle, Fighting Stadium, all of that can go, since that's what my opponent probably plays as well. So let's go ahead, we'll get rid of those, and I'm gonna play, I guess I can play this here. If anything, if we can draw into a switch, we can probably just switch out of that, and we draw into a switch. We even draw into another Landorus. So let's go ahead, we'll just knock out this Robo Substitute here, do a Yoga Kick, getting rid of that, and then we'll Yoga Kick the next guy that comes out, which will probably be the Donphan, knowing that we can't exactly knock it out. So let's Yoga Kick that guy, and we'll wait and see. We have a Lysander out here, so we can actually Lysander the Donphan out and Yoga Kick it, and so that's an option. But most likely what I'm going to do is probably retreat into... oh boy, we see the Lysander bringing out the Landorus. Not sure why that was done. But alright, so we have a couple options here. What I want to do, I kind of don't want to do this, but it is what it is. So, well, actually here, we can play the Strong Energy onto this Meditite. I'm going to play the Muscle Band here. So now we're hitting for 50. That's going to be a knockout for this Donphan. Let's go ahead, we'll Yoga Kick the Donphan, and then we take a prize, and then we're going to Yoga Kick the little Phanpy for 50. Look at that. If only we had 2 Strong Energies on this Medicham, that would have been a knockout on the Phanpy, and that would have been a game winner right there. But this game is far from over. We see a Karina. My opponent can get another Donphan and get the whatchamacallit, the Robo Substitute. So that's an option there for my opponent. And we don't have another Lysander. We don't have a VS Seeker to get the Lysander into our hand again. Nor do we have the escape rope. It's in here, so that's a bummer. A part of me thinks I should probably use the Lysander's trump card to bring back the escape rope, and that way we can use Karina later on to just go with the go with the escape rope. So here we go. A couple things we can do here. I think what I want to do is probably yeah, let's go with this right here. We'll get another Medicham out into play. And you know what I want to do? I actually want to get the computer search to search out the Strong Energies. So that way we have 2 Strong Energies, which would be pretty convenient. So okay, let's go with that. I'm going to go ahead. We'll evolve here. So if I get 2 Strong Energies, I'll be doing what? Just short, man. Just a little bit short. I kind of wish we had the Muscle Band on the Medicham on the deck, on the bench. But anyways, let's go ahead. We'll discard these here. I'm actually going to hang on to the Lysander's trump card. You never know when that will come in handy. So let's go. We'll get the Strong Energy. Yes, sirree. We're going to be a little bit short, but that's okay. So let's go ahead. We'll retreat here. Let's go Yoga Kick. Get rid of this guy. And then we're going to Yoga Kick again. Look at that. 1 short, guys. If we had the Muscle Band, this Donphan would have been all but over. But anyways, we do have a Juniper here. We have the Lysander, and my opponent concedes the match. Oh boy, Donphan just couldn't keep up with the Yoga Kicks. So, alright, I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are probably thinking, come on, a blue golf ball. That match was too fast. You gotta play another one. And, okay, fine, I hear ya. We'll play one more. Alright, looks like we'll be playing this 91_991. 911_991. That's what I meant to say. Anyways, we'll go with heads. Give me the heads. Okay, good thing we got heads. Flipping, winning the coin toss here. Gonna go first. And we start with a Lander CX. And we even start with a Battle Compressor. Wow, this is a great start, guys. This is a fantastic start. We start off. We get we also get the Professor's Letter. We get the Muscle Bands. I'm actually going to hang on to the Muscle Bands while we're playing against a mirror deck here. Oh, wow. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll get the energies out here. Another thing we probably don't want to draw into anymore. We have a VS Seeker, so I'm actually going to, let's see. What I want to do is, let's get the Karina, maybe. Yeah, let's get a Karina, and then we can VS Seeker the Karina and go from there. So let's go ahead. We'll play the Karina for the Medicham, I think. No, actually, we're going to go for another one of these. And let's go with the... What I want to do is probably... Let's just go for a VS Seeker. I think that's pretty good. Do we have any other VS Seekers in hand? No, we don't. But that's fine with me. In the next turn, we can VS Seeker the Karina again. And then we'll end our turn. So I opted to play the Karina for this guy. Because if we get end, then that's basically... We couldn't really get... Played the Karina for no reason. So anyways, we don't get end. We see the Lander CX coming up over here. Going to be hitting my opponent's bench. And we also see a switch. So my opponent can actually, oh boy, bring the heat right now and kind of clobber away at my Halucha or any one of these here. So we get hit for 50. That is pretty brutal. And it would probably chip away at one of these guys, only being 50 HP. Never mind, my opponent attacks the Halucha. That's pretty questionable there. So let's go with that. And we'll go with this here. I'm going to go and play the Karina. And the Karina should be able to get us a Medicham going. That's pretty good. We'll go with that. And let's see here. What I want to see is a computer search, right? That way we can search and draw into something better. So let's go for the attack. I just want an energy accelerate. Hitting my opponent for 50. Pretty solid there. We'll energy accelerate onto perhaps the Halucha, making a threat to my opponent. Spreading the energy a little bit. That way my opponent decides if he wants to attack one or the other. I still have another backup attacker. So there you go. My opponent gets a Medicham of his own onto his side of the field. But you know, the Landers EX, or the, you know, oh boy, we see, oh no, poor Halucha getting Lysander out and is gonna get knocked out over here. But that's all right. What we're gonna do is slap the muscle band onto the Medicham, and we're gonna computer search away one muscle band. And whatever else we draw for perhaps. Oh wow, we actually survived the turn, and that's pretty good. That's good news for us. But you know, we're still gonna play the end. I think what I want to do is hopefully draw into. Let's see here. Yeah, let's draw into an energy, and we draw into the strong energy, even better. Let's fill up our bench. Why not? And we're gonna go ahead. Let's just go for the retreat here, and we should be able to yoga kick twice, knocking out the Landers EX. Look at that. See, this is why I don't play EXs in my deck. My opponent here will be able to knock us out, but you know, that's actually okay. We'll just go with the energy accelerating. I'll play the Landers here, and we'll just kind of slowly chip away. And my opponent will be able to knock out our Landers, but by then we will be able to have a meta type powered up, or a Meta Knight, I mean, powered up. So we have two Lysanders here, probably something that we don't really need. We have to wait and see if my opponent has the energy drop. If not, then that's gonna be a big bummer. My opponent plays a VS Seeker, probably going for the Karina. That way my opponent can draw, search out a Professor's Letter and get that one energy that he needs. So there we go. We see another Meditite. Meditite? Is it? I never know how to pronounce that guy's name. Alright, here we go. My opponent does play the Pokemon. I'm losing it here, guys. The Professor's Letter, and there we go. So we're actually going to sacrifice the Landorus, and oh my goodness, dang it, totally forgot about that. Wrong Landorus here, totally, absolutely the wrong Landorus here. So Alright, so my opponent can actually still knock us out, which is a bummer. But if anything, we should be able to, let's see, you know what, let's go, I'm just going to get rid of these. What I really need is a Juniper. Alright, so there we go. We'll get the Juniper. I'm going to go ahead, and the Landorus is going to get knocked out anyways. So I'm going to be playing it on the Meditite on the bench. So, alright, we couldn't get anything here, but we do get a Landorus. That's pretty good, which we can play. Alright, so let's just go for the Shout of Power. I'm actually going to opt to play it on the Trachean. Why did I call it a Landorus? I meant a Trachean. So my opponent will be able to knock out the Landorus here. And oh boy, he's getting Medicham pumped up on the bench there. We will knock out this Medicham, and oh, we even get Hypnotoxic Laser. What the heck? So my opponent can choose to heal himself. That's actually a good option there as well. It looks like my opponent might be opting to trying to see if I could get knocked out by poison damage. But you know what? I actually survived the turn, and what I'm going to do is probably just go ahead. We'll go with that. Let's go with the retreat into here. And we got the fighting stadium. We're just going to go retreat into this. We have teammates here, so that's always an option too. I might just save the teammates here and let the Landorus get knocked out. So that's always an option there as well. So let's go ahead. We're going to actually spread the energy around. So that way all 4 Pokemon can respond. I have options all around. So if my opponent Lysander is one of them out, I have options all around. So alright, my opponent will knock out the Landorus, and we'll probably just promote the Trachean, I think, and that way we can just do teammates and get the a switch out, and then switch into one of these guys. Probably go with the teammates, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe you probably just hang on to the Trachean and just let the Trachean knock it out. I mean, the Trachean will take a hit, and we're basically just slugging it back and forth right now. But my opponent might win the prize exchange because I made a fatal mistake by promoting the wrong Landorus. Very fatal mistake. But alright, we'll have to wait and see what we can do here. My opponent plays a Muscle Band with the Karina, being able to get, wow, all 4. If my opponent actually get all 4 Medichams out, that would be pretty impressive. So here we go. This would definitely knock out the Landorus. We'll promote the Trachean. And yeah, I think that Retaliate would still work. That should still be able to work. Also, Teammates should still be able to work. So let's go ahead. We'll play Teammates. Let's go ahead. We will get this. And I think all we need is another energy. No need to draw into the special energies. We'll wait for that for later. Alright, so here we go. Let's go ahead and we'll evolve one of these guys. We'll play this here. We'll knock this guy out. And I'm just going to play the Muscle Band there. Alright, so we'll go with the Retaliate, knocking out this guy. We're tied in prizes. My opponent would be able to knock us out, but we will be able to knock out my opponent. So this is just going to be a back and forth game right now. We see a Karina. Oh boy, getting the Landorus EX going. That's pretty frightening. So we can go with a Juniper perhaps, or a Colress. But at some point, my opponent needs to miss an energy drop. That would be very convenient for us. But it doesn't look like it's going to be happening anytime soon. My opponent is just not missing a beat here. Wow, 4 Muscle Bands altogether. And hitting the Landorus for the Trachean for the knockout. Alright, so we'll go with this guy. And let's wait and see. We have 2 ends. But what I want to do is, yeah, you know, actually kind of want to hang on to one of the ends. I don't know. Maybe I misplayed that. Alright, so let's get the Medicham out here. I'm just going to Juniper anyways, I think. Let's just go with the Juniper. I need to get the right cards here. And, alright, so we do. Let's see. We get the energy drop right there. Let's go ahead. We'll Yoga Kick this one, knocking it out. And whatever my opponent promotes, most likely the Landorus. If not, if it's in the Medicham, I'll just knock it out. That'll be the game plan. Hopefully he promotes the Meditite or the Medicham. That'll be pretty good. Otherwise, I will use the Landorus. Well, I'll just hit the Landorus. We'll have to wait and see if my opponent has a switch or anything too. If he does, then he actually can win the match. Landorus needs an energy drop and would be able to knock out my Hawlucha, which could be pretty deadly as well. So right here, this is a moment of truth. I get to hit one more attack. Either way, I can knock out 2 of these. And right now we're tied in prizes, so let's go ahead. We will just go with the Yoga Kick, knocking out this one. And oh boy, this is pretty frightening. All I need is an energy drop, and I should be able to knock out my opponent's Medicham. So this is going to come down to the wire, folks. My opponent would be able to knock us out. Oh boy, we even see an enhanced hammer. Not that that's going to be any useful. My opponent would be able to hit us for 50 and 50 again, so that would actually knock us out. But we do have our Medicham here on the bench. And so all we need to do is just play the Juniper, discard our hand, draw into an energy card, and knock out the Medicham. We are in the prize lead. And oh boy, this is it, guys. Oh no, are you kidding me? Oh, we don't have it. And there we go. My opponent will knock out the Medicham. And he ends us. And this is going to be it. We top deck the Juniper. Oh my goodness. And we get it. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Yoga kick. And yoga kick again. Oh, that was too epic. That was just too great. Oh, we were able to top deck the Juniper after my opponent ends us. Wow. Alright, so what do you guys think of this Medicham deck? That was a ton of fun. I enjoyed this deck. See what I mean? You guys see why I don't play EXs? Because right there in the beginning I was able to knock out the Landers and just took 2 prizes right there. And that's the thing. Sometimes EXs can actually hurt you. Yes, they're big Pokemon. Yes, they can attack really quick. But sometimes old school, you know, just taking it on with the non-EXs, going with the stage 1, stage 2s and stuff like that. Just hitting it old school can always be pretty good. So wow, what do you guys think? That was pretty fun. Let me know in the comments below. If you guys have any more deck ideas, shoot them at me and I'll see to it if I can build them. I'll definitely have some more Pokemon videos for you guys soon. So you guys have a good day. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.